Hello, everyone, and welcome to tutorial number 4 in our series on getting into Microsoft Flight Simulator or flight simulation in general. In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at the interface for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We are also going to look at some of the options that you will want to change in order to potentially optimize Flight Simulator for your system. As discussed in tutorial number 1, when we looked over the system requirements for this, there are varying differences in the level of support that you can have. Obviously, preferred system requirements are for those who want to run the ultimate graphics setup. We are not going to be running ultimate graphics setup. As a matter of fact, I recommend if your graphics card can handle it or it can't handle it, that you lower it to low or medium, and we will discuss how we're going to do that. We'll also look at some things you will want to change to make navigating with the directional pad easier as far as the menus are concerned. So we're currently sitting here on the main menu, and I am on an option. Let's see.
Activities. Button 4 of 5. Test your skills with landing challenges, bush trips, and more. Press B to
Yes.
quit to desktop. Press L stick to read support and release notes.
None of these are actually very accessible. The option that we will be looking at is
Bullseye landing.
I went up and to
World map.
the right
Button 2 of 5.
until I heard
Create a
world
flight
map.
plan and explore the world in pre-flight mode.
Yes,
Press B to
sometimes
quit to desktop. Press L stick to read support and release notes.
sometimes menu narration does not read all of the options. Let's go ahead and open up world map by pressing A. One more note before we do. When you are flying with the PMDG planes, it is best to use some kind of flight stick or controller. An Xbox controller will do just fine for this setup. You don't necessarily need a fancy stick to get started. I know that there are blind people who use them, but flight sticks are expensive. If you have one, by all means, use it. But if you do not, an Xbox controller will be just fine. So let's press A here.
World map screen. Flying in Boeing 777-200 ERPW. From select departure runway to select arrival runway. Flight conditions, clear skies.
Now, flight conditions is set to clear skies. We are going to set it so that that you can use live weather, and that will actually give you a more realistic flying experience. But again, you don't have to. You can totally make it say clear skies all the time until you are comfortable. But let's see how we navigate this interface. We're going to go to the left
Aircraft
once.
selection and customization menu. Button. Current aircraft is Boeing 777-200 ERPW. Press B to go back. Press X to reset. Press back to more. Press left trigger / right trigger to zoom. Press R stick _1 to turn globe. Press L stick _1 to move cursor. Press L stick to help.
This is where you will select what aircraft you're going to fly. But the option that you'll also want to do is first you'll want to set your aircraft. So let's press A.
Aircraft selection. Button.
So we're going
Press
to
B
go
to close.
down once,
Liveries. Button.
and then
Press
we're going to
B to
go to the
close.
right.
Boeing 777-200 ERPW cruise speed 482 knots, true airspeed, max altitude 43,100 feet, endurance 16 hours, range 7,370 nautical miles.
Let's
Boeing
go up.
737-800 BDS, Boeing 737 BBJ2 cruise speed 400, Boeing 747-8 intercontinental cruise speed 493 knots, true airspeed, Boeing 777-200 ERGE cruise speed 482 knots, true airspeed, max altitude 43,100 feet, endurance 16 hours, range 7,370 nautical miles.
We're going to press the A button to select the aircraft.
Selected, 777-200 ERGE.
We're
Use
going to
right
press
stick up
B.
and down to scroll, aircraft selection and customization menu. Button.
Now
Current
let's...
aircraft is Boeing 777-200 ERG. Press B to go back. Press X to reset. Press back to more. Press left trigger / right trigger to zoom. Press R stick _1 to turn globe. Press L stick _1 to move cursor. Press L stick to help.
Now let's take a look and see how you select an airport. Let's go to the right once.
Flight conditions.
Let's
Button.
go up and to the right.
Select to customize weather condition. Zoom out. Flight condition. Select arrival. Switch departure
Actually, we have
and
to go to
arrival
the
point.
left.
Select departure. Combo box. Select to open
It
a
says
search
select
field, or
departure,
select from
combo
recommended and
box.
recent airports.
Let's press A.
Search results. Text entry field. Select to enter text.
Now I can either type in an airport or select from a list. I'm going to type in a airport code. Let's do KTYS.
Menu. Microsoft Flight Sim.
Let's do KTYS. And
KTYS.
we're going to
Search
press
results.
the down
One.
arrow
KTYS/MC Tyson Knoxville.
and press enter.
Select depart. KTYS/MC Tyson Knoxville. Combo box. Select to open a search field, or select from recommended and recent airports.
Now we're going to go
After an
down.
airport is selected, runway 23L. Drop down list.
We're going to
Select
press
to view
A.
available choices. Run. Search time of day 12:34. Search results. Aircraft selection and customization menu. KTYSM runway 23L. Drop down list. 5R 9016.
Press A. Let's open up the list
Gate or gate small.
of runways
Drop
and
down
gates.
option.
And
Use right stick up and down to scroll the UI. 1230.
these menus are a little finicky, so you have to play with them.
Gate 5 gate small.
We're going to select gate
Runway,
5. That's fine.
Gate 5 gate small. Drop down list. Select to view available choices. Time of day 12:34 p.m. 5:34 p.m. UTC. Slider.
And technically that is all we have to set if we want to load the plane. So let's go ahead and load it. I just pressed the menu button on my
PM.
controller to
5:34
load.
p.m. UTC. Loading, please wait. 70%. Ready to fly.
It says
Button.
ready to fly. We're going to press enter. And we are now in a cold and dark airplane, which means that we will need to power it up, and we will load into another plane later and actually demonstrate how to power it up with TFM, perhaps. And then we will take a look at the TFM interface and look at the FMC of the plane to start out with.
Microsoft.
So I'm going to pause the recording
Screen sharing.
here.
Screen sharing. Microsoft.
We are back at the main menu. I just exited to the main menu, and we're going to have a brief look around the options as promised.
Pop-up window.
We are sitting at
Quick
the
flight
main
simulator.
menu.
Are you sure you want to?
And a good way to figure out where you are is to just hit the B button. If it prompts you to exit, then you are at the main menu and can go no further up, and therefore you must select an option. So we're going to press our right bumper here to navigate.
Profile menu. Page 2 of 3.
And again,
Options menu. Page 3 of 3. Press B to go back.
now
Controls options. Assistance options.
there are
Button 2 of
assistance
3.
options, control
Press B to go
options,
back.
and general options.
General options.
We want general
Button 1 of 3.
options.
General options screen. Graphics. Button. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Camera. Graphics.
Let's take a look and see what's
Button.
here.
Camera. Graphics.
Graphics.
Camera. Sound. Traffic. Data. Flight model. Miscellaneous button. Accessibility. Developers. VR mode. Experimental. Press B to go back.
Now we will want to look at several of these options. I am going to scroll back up until we get to graphics, and I will show you what I have mine set to.
Flight model. Date. Traffic. Camera. Graphics.
I'm
Button.
going to press A.
Use right stick up and down to scroll the section.
Then I'm
Press
going
B
to go to the
back.
right.
Select PC. List with 2. Search bar. Display mode full screen. Button.
I went down
Select
a couple of
display mode for
times.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. Full screen. Mouse cursor is not locked, allowing you to quickly switch to other applications on other monitors. Windowed. You can resize this window and quickly access other applications on your main monitor. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press
Full
B to go back.
screen is
Press X
good
to reset
enough.
to defaults.
You don't
Press A
really
to
need to
validate.
worry about that one as far as, navigation and things. But full screen is fine. And I just went down a couple of times after going right. There is a search field in the settings. So if you know what you want to jump to, you can use that search field. The search field is accessible, but we're going to go down.
Full screen resolution 2560x1600. Button.
You can change
Adjust
that
the resolution
if you
when in
need
full
to.
screen display mode. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press anti-aliasing. NVIDIA DLSS Super Resolution. List with 5 values. Enable anti-aliasing and choose from different A types. FXAA, fast approximate anti-aliasing. DLAA, directionally localized anti-aliasing. TAA, temporal anti-aliasing. NVIDIA DLSS uses AI Super Resolution to provide the highest possible frame rates at maximum graphics settings. DLSS requires an NVIDIA RTX graphics card. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Press right trigger / left trigger to adjust current option. Press A to validate.
I don't know off the top. I think my card is an NVIDIA GTX, not an RTX. I know it's a 4070, but I don't remember if it has a G or an R in front of it. But the point is that this is an option that once you set the quality of your graphics is not going to matter.
NVIDIA DLSS Super Resolution. Balanced. List with 6 values. NVIDIA DLSS uses AI Super Resolution to provide the highest possible frame rates at maximum graphics settings. DLSS requires an NVIDIA RTX graphics card. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Press right trigger / left trigger to adjust current option. Press A to validate.
And there are 5 values here. You change values by using the right stick and moving left to right on your controller. That will change the values.
AMD Fidelity FX sharpening. 100.
I do not have an AMD
Slider.
card.
VSync. On. List with 2 values. Enable or disable VSync. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section.
VSync actually can be very useful if there is rendering or lag, so I enabled that. By default, for some reason, it is off.
NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. On. List with 3 values. NVIDIA Reflex reduces system latency and increases PC responsiveness. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Frame rate limit. 100% monitor refresh rate. List with 3 values. Select which frame rate limit to apply when VSync is turned on. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B. DirectX version. DX11. List with 2 values. Switches between DirectX 11 and DirectX 12. DirectX 11, the default graphics API. DirectX 12, beta new graphics API. DirectX 12 support is currently in development and can show performance and GPU memory utilization regressions compared to DirectX 11. Due to higher GPU memory consumption, the simulator may be oversubscribing memory, which negatively impacts performance. Lowering graphics settings can help avoid this situation. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Press right trigger / left trigger to adjust current option. Press A to validate.
Well, right trigger and left trigger will also adjust, apparently. I want to talk about this option right here, DX11 versus 12. So 12 is supported on Windows 11 machines, which all machines now run Windows 11, but maybe not all graphics cards support it. Plus, in MSFS 2020, this was under development. Do not set this to 12. You will have crashes. You will have glitches. Best to set this at 11 and go on with your life.
Global rendering quality. Low end. List with 4 values. Choose between a series of presets that affect all other graphics options. Note that applying high settings on lower spec machines may significantly impact load times. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Press right trigger / left trigger to adjust current option. Press A to validate.
Now, this is a very important option. So I have mine set to low-end graphics. Um, I run 8 GB of graphics, and even at low end at full, it's around, I think the last time I looked, it uses around 70 to 80% of VRAM. If you factor in OBS on top of that, you're looking at 85, close to 90. You want, if you're going to do ultimate graphics or high-end graphics or ultra graphics settings, you're going to want 12 gigs or higher in your VRAM. I have 8. I put mine down to low. I don't have a problem with it at low. I have not tested it at medium, high, or ultra, but I prefer to leave this on low. It doesn't mean that sighted people won't see anything. On the contrary, they will. But this affects things like the level of terrain detail they will see, the level of animal detail they will see, the level of cloud detail, how colorful will points of interest be, how detailed they will be. It doesn't mean they won't see anything, it just won't be at the highest quality. But not all of us has 12 or plus gigs of VRAM, and so we have to work with what we're dealing with. So if you don't have a lot to spare, set this to low, you should be fine.
Terrain level of detail 25.
And here is
off-screen terrain pre-caching.
Here is
low.
All of
List with
the
terrain vector data off. List with 5 values. Adjust the quality of terrain vector data tessellation, affects oceans, lakes, rivers, roads. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section.
and this is
Press
all of the
ESC
stuff
to go
that
back. Options screen.
I'm going to hit B
Currently
to go
highlighted.
back out of that.
General options. Button 1 of 3. Press B to go back.
If you set that option to low, you should be just fine. Don't play with any other options in here. Set that to low, make sure VSync is on, and you should be good to go. Now we're going to look
assistance options
at
controls options.
Controls
Button 3 of 3.
No, we're going to go back
General
into
option.
general, and we're
General
going to look
screen.
at
camera,
accessibility.
Data, flight model.
Actually, we're going to go to data first because
use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Photogrammetry on. List with 2 values. Stream photorealistic 3D buildings in supported areas, potentially gigabytes of data. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Press right trigger / left trigger to adjust current option. Press A to validate.
If you do not have a lot of data or do not have the capability of streaming a lot, disable this option. I'm going to disable it anyway because I'm not really sure that I don't know how we can look at the different buildings and things as we fly over. I don't know the keystrokes for that.
Off.
So I'm going to disable that. I just flick the right stick to the right.
Back. Live real-world air traffic. On. List with 2 values. Connect to live air traffic services. Use right stick up and down to scroll. Live weather. On. List with 2 values. Connect to live weather services. Use right stick up and down to scroll. Off. On. Multiplayer. On. Current data consumption. 275.79 GB. See how much data is being used. Data tracking reset day. 1. Data limitation. Off. List with 2 values. Limit how much data Microsoft Flight Simulator can use per month. Bandwidth. Unlimited. Rolling cache. Rolling cache limit. Gib. Rolling cache path. Text entry. Delete rolling cache file delete. Manual cache view. Press Y to apply and save. Pop-up window. Bandwidth. Unlimited.
Alright, so I have set
option screen. Currently highlighted.
I have set my data options.
Button 1 of 3. Press B to go back.
I have turned off my photogrammetry because, again, we like to focus on the plane. We like to focus on looking outside the plane when we're landing, but 3D models and renderings of buildings, it's just going to stream a heck of a lot of data, and you may or may not want that. That option's kind of a personal preference. I have disabled it for now.
Press B to go back. General options.
Now let's see.
Button 1 of 3.
Let's go back into general options, and I want
camera, sound, traffic, data.
To look
flight model, miscellaneous, but accessibility.
At accessibility because there are important options in here.
Interface scale, 100. Slider. Adjust the scale of the user interface in menu screens. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Cockpit interaction system. Lock. List with 2 values. Adjust how to interact with cockpit instruments. Legacy mode is the original control system intended exclusively for mouse users. Lock mode is a universal control system available for a variety of peripherals, including controllers, keyboard, and joysticks. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Press right trigger / left trigger to adjust current option. Press A to validate.
This does not matter so much with the planes that we fly, but I have this set to lock rather than legacy because legacy is strictly for mouse users. And if you do decide that you want to play around with the general aviation craft, by all means, you want this set to lock.
Menu tooltips. Off. List with instrument name tooltips. Instant. Instrument description tooltips. Instant. Background opacity. 20. Main color. Default. Menu animations. Off. Skip pre-flight cinematics. Off. Controller vibration. 100. D-pad menu navigation. On. List with 2 values. Adjust whether D-pad can be used to navigate menus in the user interface. Note that this feature is in development. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Press right trigger / left trigger to adjust current option. Press A to validate.
In 2020, yes, this feature is kind of stickly. It kind of is a little. It's a little finicky at times, but it does work. In 2024, I will say this much: the menu navigation is loads better in 2024. But because the Boeing 737 is not out yet for PMDG. It only works on 2020. We'll be flying at 2020. If you only wish to fly the 77, by all means, definitely dive in with 2024. Now, we obviously need to make sure that menu narration is on.
Cursor acceleration. Cursor max speed.
Which is up here at the top.
Instrument name to menu, cockpit, interface scale. Minimum text size. Screen narrator speed. 100. Screen narrator pitch. 50. Slider. Adjust the pitch of the screen narrator volume. 100. Enable screen narrator. On. List with 2 values. Adjust whether the user interface is spoken aloud by a narrator. Note that this feature is in development. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section.
Now,
press B to go back. Press X to reset to defaults. Press right trigger / left trigger to adjust current option. Press A to validate.
What I will point out here as well is that when you first launch MSFS, it's going to walk you through a set of wizards that you can. It's going to walk you through a wizard, and it's going to. One of the things it will ask you is make sure is to configure your accessibility settings, and it will assist you in turning on screen narration. Do try and turn on screen narration at that point. Otherwise, you will have to have either sighted assistance or IRA to help you navigate the interface and turn on screen narrator manually. There is no quick keyboard or quick controller shortcut to turn on screen narrator. You either do it at first launch or you do it through the menus later. I will back out of this now.
Options screen. Currently highlighted. General options. Button 1 of 3. Welcome menu. Page 1 of 3. Press B to quit to desktop. Press L stick to read support and release notes.
So that concludes this tutorial. It's a brief look at the Microsoft Flight Simulator interface. Our next tutorial, we are going to meet you inside of a plane, and we are going to look at the Talking Flight Monitor user interface.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. Zoom workplace with